some complete freak like him. You just don't get into the car and drive off in it. His biggest weapon is his mindset. That was sad and cruel and everything. I don't expect Shishkin to win.
Nicky, great to see Constitution Hill looking just magnificent. Is this the most intense period, knowing this horse is almost expected to turn up to win? Does that put added pressure on you?
Well, it does. That's where it is. I mean, if you've got a chance in a race at Cheltenham, well, you're happy to have a chance. There's not, that doesn't have pressure like if you are lucky enough to have some complete freak like him, then, as you rightly say, the expectation is everybody expects him to do what he's always done. But horses aren't as easy as that. It's like you just don't get into the car and drive off in it. There's too many things that can go wrong. And the last 3 weeks before it, everybody's the same. They're pretty jumpy, to be honest with you.
But one thing that he did do at Kempton, his electrifying jumping that drew gasps from you and indeed Nico, he just does, as you say, seem a bit of a freak.
Well, he is. He's doing things that, as a young horse, even when he was in the Supreme and the Champion Hurdles, only as a 5-year-old, 6-year-old then. But he's got this extraordinary thing, and his jumping and he can travel. He's got pace. He's got gears. He appears to have everything, but his biggest weapon is his mindset, and that his head is so good. Nothing worries him.
And comparing to your Champion Hurdles, see you then, you managed that all those years ago to win 3. Where does Constitution Hill sit in your pantheon of your hurdlers?
Well, 2 hurdles behind see you then, isn't he? So we've got a long way to go, and I hope we're not even halfway. I mean, let's hope it can go on. That's the objective. It's our job. We've been very lucky over the years. See you then had 3, and there's binoculars and Bivadares and Epitants and all that. They were fantastic. And Punjabi, even, he was probably of them all the least talented, but he still won a Champion Hurdle. We've been very lucky to have a lot of, over the years, a lot of very good 2-milers. They're speed horses. They're very exciting horses. They're great to watch.
We're talking of speed horses. Jonbon, what's your thoughts on him? When you look at him in a race, does he give you think, does he frustrate you? But how do you assess
Well,
him?
you can't be frustrated. He's won umpteen Grade 1s. He really is, and he's still a young horse. He's doing very, very well, and we probably even haven't seen the best of him yet. Is he a 2-miler? I don't know. I mean, I was all ready to up him to 2.5 2 years ago. So, yet here we are still at 2 miles. We're not even without a Ryanair entry, so we weren't even thinking of anything else. One day, I'm sure we will.
But this year, it's going to be a big ask, because of course your great rival Willys and the Irish will be thinking.
And Edwardstone, I think although we've beaten Edwardstone a couple of times, he looked very good at Newbury, coming back and allowed to, once he was allowed to dictate like that, he's going to set them a good gallop. It'll be a tester.
Shishkin, how pleased were you with that run at Newbury?
Delighted with him, yeah. He was very unlucky not to win the King George, obviously. That was sad and cruel and everything. But at least, he showed there's nothing wrong with him at Kempton. It was just unlucky. And all he did is show that he's fitting well. He gallops, he stayed very strong to the line. We're coming in pretty good shape, I think.
And when you look at, it's so hard to win this race, and even to win it back to back. So do you go in believing, right, this could be Shishkin's year?
It could be. I think it's, like any of these races, except I suppose when you're talking about Constitution, you could say you expect to. I think when you're going into a Gold Cups in the situation we're in now, and I'm sure Willie wouldn't even say, he's a certainty. There's no such thing as a certainty anyway. There never has been, there never will be. But you know, I don't expect Shishkin to win, but I'm very hopeful that he'll be thereabouts.
And coming up that hill, do you think he'll relish?
And I think he'll help him all the way. Yeah, I really do think he's a proper stayer, and he's finished. As I say, he's finished his races very hard, over 3 miles. So I'm sure he'll stay. If I have to say afterwards he didn't, well, so be it.
And then the horse that gave a certainly wow factor was Sir Gino on trials day. Did that surprise you, that level of performance, to put Burdett Road, who'd been the talking horse, firmly in his place?
As long as you assume that Burdett Road has run to his previous levels, or what we were supposed to think it was. Did it surprise me? Yes. We thought he was very good. If that was visually what we saw was the real picture, then yeah, it was very impressive.
And coming on since that run, obviously we've seen him this morning. Okay, just having a little walk run here, but it looks so well.
He's a lovely horse, a great big horse. He'd jump a fence if we wanted him to, but that's a long way down the road, I hope. I hope we keep the road stays straight and injury-free and healthy and all that sort of thing, which has to be for any horse. That's our game, and that's what we have to strive to do, keep them right, and hope we get lucky.
And finally, nervous anticipation on your behalf, again going with such a strong team?
Yeah, it's a nice, there's a lovely bunch of horses, and we've got to go there and fight off the invasion. It's a big army to take on.
Good luck.
Thank you.